Due to the nature of this program, listener aggression is advised.
Created by the people, created for the people. No holds barred, no punches pulled, just honest brutality. I don't know what the fuck you guys are thinking, but you don't ever talk about my band again. What's this honest brutality shit anyway?
Honest brutality.
Welcome to Honest Brutality. We are back at the round table. This is your host, Evil, and I am joined by my co-hosts.
Yep, I think this place looks familiar. This is Big Sloppy, trying to reacquaint myself here with the podcast.
The quintessential cranky old man.
Easy, Tiger.
Big Sloppy. And he's been aching to get back in here and do what he does best. Our resident nerdist and flautist.
And fallacious.
The Butcher.
The Butcher.
And yes, I have returned from the basement to the public eye.
Welcome back, guys.
Yeah, it feels good to sit around and do a round table again.
I know it's been a while since we've done this. And the reason I know that is not so much because we haven't sat down to do this. It's because I've gotten a lot of hate mail. So we're back. Get off my fucking back. We're here. We're here to entertain you. People love the interviews, but they miss this. I guess that's a good thing because it's how we started.
People are taking that general hate mail a little too seriously.
Yeah.
I ran into one of our listeners at the county fair today, and we were having a discussion regarding the show, and he literally said to me, "I love the interviews. However, I really miss the round tables." And yeah, it was actually kind of flattering. I was glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Where somebody actually enjoys what we do enough to appreciate it.
You know, the biggest issue
I thought it was pretty cool.
Is that we haven't had the time. Something kind of had to give.
Yeah.
Something kind of had to give. But we're making time. We're back in here. We're doing it because we love it and we love you. And this is the thing that started it all. So here we are back at the round table.
Yep.
And we're going to get knee deep in it.
Yep. And you guys see, I'm even flashing my devil horns. So up yours, Gene Simmons.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. We might actually have to pay money for this.
Right. We do not have to pay money for it.
Oh, wait, no, your thumb's in. You're fine.
Because he abandoned the hand gesture trademark application.
Okay, so let's back up and give the whole story here. Just a couple of weeks ago, Gene Simmons decided that he was going to put in an application to trademark the quintessential heavy metal rock and roll sign, the universal sign, like the middle finger. It's the index and pinky.
But that's the kicker. He wasn't patenting the right sign.
I know.
Doing the I love you with the thumb out.
Thumb out.
Right, which is already exactly I love you in American Sign Language, which you can't patent words in a certain language if it's just the word.
Huh?
What?
Can you patent the word the?
I don't know.
Gene Simmons can.
He probably can.
He can certainly try.
Yeah.
So he goes out and says that he's going to patent this, and it kicked up a lot of dust, including...
It pissed a lot of people off
including
here.
Yours truly.
Yeah.
I was not happy.
It pissed me off for a few reasons. One, come on, man. How many fucking dollars you got to make off your...
Anything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Come on. All right, that's enough of that.
Well, it's kind of like Happy Birthday being trademarked.
Here's the kicker to me. To me, it's a slap in the face of one of the greatest metal icons of all time in Ronnie James Dio. We all know that Ronnie James Dio brought that to the table and perfected it.
Whether or not that's actually true, it is universrsally accepted as the origin story
and that's
okay.
Of the horns. That's perfect.
And it's fine with that.
That's the greatest story ever. In which Ronnie James Dio's story of the horns. If you don't know,
at this point, who gives a fuck if it's true? That story is great, and the story is the guy hails from a very old Sicilian family. This guy being Ronnie James Dio. So His whole genealogy traces back to Sicily, who knows how fuck far. So, in Italy and Sicilian culture, there's this thing called the evil eye. The way to guard yourself against the evil eye if somebody throws it to you is to make the I love you sign or the quintessential devil horns, and that protects you from the evil eye. Apparently, and this is revealed in an interview with Ronnie James Dio in the mid-70s at some point, somebody in an audience gave him the evil eye.
He thought they were.
He perceived it as the evil eye.
Yeah.
And just as a reaction from his cultural old family training, threw up the horns to guard himself from the evil eye.
Right. Anyway, Gene Simmons decides he needs to market this, and he goes at it, and it pisses people off. And he even got called out by Dio's late wife, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, no. Dio's wife isn't late. Dio is late. It's just Dio's widow.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Wow. The Nerdist is definitely back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Hey, speaking of nerd.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
You guys miss me.
Now I'm wondering. So, Mr. Nerd, you came out of the basement. You actually canceled a D&D.
Right, tonight was supposed to be my regular weekly D&D night to record this. Right now it is a Saturday night, which, with our usual habit of having Honest Brutality on Friday nights, thanks to somebody last-minute canceling on Friday morning, we had to change it around and fuck up my whole schedule.
Well, there was.
I'm not really looking at you, but I'm looking at you.
But there's a real tragedy that happened today because you were unavailable to play D&D.
So I believe this is the first night my girlfriend has actually played with our regular D&D group without me, and she got herself killed.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, the drama.
I mean, it happens.
Oh, there'll be no sex in the Butcher household tonight. It's terrible. Oh, it got quiet over there. Oh, my God. That was the truth. I was making a joke, but I think I hit a nerve.
It'll just because we'll both be too tired to do anything.
He's all there will,
be
just
too dead.
not with another person.
So anyway, now that you're out of the basement and maybe out of something else, we don't know. We'll talk about that later. Your buddy, Brendan Small, surfaced.
Are you talking about the great Lords Brendan Smalls of who created the Squizgar Squig Elf and the Nathan's Explosions?
No, I'm talking about the guy that created Death Clock.
Yeah, Squizgar Squig Elves and Nathan Explosions and Pickles the Drummers and Murder Faces.
All right, you go with that, but I'm just calling him Death Clock. You nerd. Anyway, there's a new video out for My Name is Murder, song he dropped, and it's pretty damn good.
What's it called? My Name is Murder?
My Name is Murder.
The song, it's by, technically, the band's full name is Brendan Small's Galacticon, all spelled with K's.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, you got it.
All right, I'm going to pull this up over here.
There's a huge story behind this. So, Brendan Small got his
Hold
start.
on, time out. Huge.
Right. It's a
huge story.
A long story.
Okay, there's a big
Not
difference.
necessarily girthy, but just really long.
Huge means, oh my God, this is like epic, groundbreaking.
All right, think like 24 inches, but pencil thin.
What the fuck?
Okay, can you give us the Reader's Digest version of the story?
Condense this, please.
All right, so Brendan Small is very famous for
good
several
enough.
cartoon
Let's move
series.
on. No, I'm kidding. I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
His first being a short called Squigglevision, which morphed into, I don't know if any of you are aware of this whole cartoon series, but there's a cartoon series from the late 90s, early 2000s called Home Movies.
Oh, no way. He was involved in that?
Yes.
Never heard of it.
You really should watch it. It's a fucking fantastic
Actually,
cartoon.
I have heard of Home Movies. I never did catch it, though.
So the little kid who's the main character of Home Movies is Brendan Small as a child. And there's a whole music-centric thing that's with Home Movies, and it's a really odd kind of satire on growing up as a rock and roll kid. But that whole thing morphed into Metalocalypse, which was a 15-minute show for the first 2 seasons, and then a half-hour show for the last 2 seasons on Adult Swim, which centers around the band Death Clock, which not only did this cartoon have 4 seasons on a successful Cartoon Network, it also had 3 highly successful albums that were released, which is along the lines of the Gorillaz was being a cartoon band that released albums.
Right. Wasn't there a tour?
Yes, and actually Brennan Small was the lead singer, and you found out that he does the voices like 4 of the band members.
Well, here, check this out.
This is My Name is Murder by Galacticon, or Brennan Small's Galacticon.
Give us the growl there, Butcher.
Afterwards.
Now!
That's actually pretty good.
That work?
Now, does that hurt or does it not?
No.
Well, that's pretty fucking metal.
Yeah, it's way metal.
Of course it's fucking metal. It's Brennan Small.
It's cartoon, baby.
No, Galacticon has nothing to do with any cartoon. So, the whole story behind this is the whole story arc of the cartoon Metalocalypse never got to finish. It actually got cut off on a cliffhanger at the end of season 4.
Oh, man. And I tell you, I haven't slept since. It's been...
Have you ever actually ever fucking seen it?
Yeah, actually, I did enjoy a little Metalocalypse once in a while.
But did you actually follow the whole story?
No, I have a life. I mean, I'm a grown-ass man.
Okay,
I
so-
have a job. I
Surprisingly
eat, drink, and breathe
enough-
metal, for God's sake. I don't go out and watch,
You eat, drink, and breathe metal, but you don't know the story arc of the
It's
story of Metalocalypse.
animation. Yeah, I mean, I don't go out and watch fucking Scooby-Doo and know all the, ins and
Why the
outs of that
fuck
either.
not? Cartoons are fucking amazing, dude.
They were until I was like 11, and then
No, dude, cartoons are still the shit.
then I got
Fuck
some
live action
Then I got
TV.
some. Although I will say this, I love Archer.
I don't even know.
So actually,
Huge
that ties
Archer
into
fan.
something really huge.
I have no
So,
idea what's happening right now.
That cartoon I
I'm
mentioned
not
earlier.
so sure that I do either.
So the guy who voices the character Sterling Archer
Mm-hmm.
is the same guy who voiced one of the major characters in the show Home Movies. That's actually how he got his voice
He does
acting start.
a voice in Bob's Burgers also.
Exactly, but he started out by doing the voice of a guy named Coach in Home Movies.
Now, Coach was a TV show in the early 90s with Craig T. Nelson and Shelley Fabre.
In Dauber.
Yeah, and Dauber. Yeah, that's right.
Nah, man, go back and look up Home Movies. It's a fantastic fucking cartoon.
So are they bringing Metalocalypse back or Death Clock back?
They are not.
Is that what's
No.
going on here?
No,
Isn't
no.
that
What
kind
has
of
been what has been confirmed is that Metalocalypse and Death Clock are not coming back. What the second Galacticon album is supposed to be, which is the first single off of, is kind of something to sate the Metalocalypse fans to... Where am I going with this?
We
I don't know.
Yeah, you lost us at Saturday morning cartoons. Huh?
So basically, everybody who is super into Metalocalypse and into their music and into the cartoon and everything, it's the harsh reality that this isn't happening anymore, but here's something that's similar enough to get you by.
you could probably go back and watch Josie and the Pussycats. That might get you by, or Hong Kong Phooey.
No.
Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la.
1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4.
That's only the second time you're wrong on that fucking show.
Speaking of cartoons, Gwar this week
Gwar isn't a cartoon.
But they could be.
They could be. They're cartoon.
Yeah, really, they
Actually,
could
they
be.
do have some animation out
Forgive
there.
us, Travis Olgen.
Which is
Forgive us.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm
So
gonna get hate mail for that.
they broke out a new tune this week, and they prefaced it by mentioning Dave Brocky or Odorous Orongus for the song.
The
And
deceased lead singer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the song's called Fuck This Place. And so we were checking it out earlier.
And it's a live video.
yeah, it's live.
and-
It's not a recorded thing.
It's pretty goddamn good, though.
I enjoyed the hell of it. And I don't listen, or shouldn't say I listen. I enjoy Gwar as a live act. They're a living, breathing entity as far as that goes. Their music, for the most part, I've never really been a fan of, outside of 3 or 4 songs that they have. This new song, I dug it. It had a cool
It's a
opening
brutal
riff.
ass fucking punk
It
tune,
was-
dude.
Dude, it's metal as hell, and I dug the hell of it. You got a little taste.
I
of
got,
it there?
there's several here. Is there anyone that's better than the others? Is this top one the best one?
How
Or
about, try
maybe that second one is farther
Yeah.
away.
this one?
Yep, let's try this.
They're all phone videos, so the farther away, technically, the better.
Okay, so we're going to
just
give you
'cause
a
the less
taste
overload.
of Gwar. Fuck this place.
Yeah.
And let me pull this up.
Let's see
Give
what
it a
we got
second.
here.
so many horns.
Gene Simmons would be pissed. They didn't
He
pay
could
to
be
throw
making
those horns
so
out.
much money on that.
Did he just say we fucked apes?
Yes. And honestly, he's kind of true.
And gave birth to the human race.
Fuck this place! Come on! Fuck this place! Sing it! Fuck this place!
The crowd loves it.
Fuck this place! Now you're
Well, I like it.
I'm impressed. You know, actually, the sound of that is reminiscent of early stuff that they did in a lot of bands in that genre, so to speak. Even though they're kind of their own thing live,
Yeah.
it works. I like it. I think it's great. I hope the whole album sounds that energetic and that fun.
I'm with you. I
mean,
may check out a little deeper.
It's
Well, I'll
a
definitely
very-
check out a little deeper if it's along these lines, for sure.
It's a really punky feel to that particular song, but at this point, Gwar's become its own genre.
It really has. And that's the other thing is you never, I don't want to say this because it's going to come back at me, but you just can't take them too seriously in any.
They don't take themselves seriously.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with when Death Clock was actually a band. You
we're
can't
we're
take
past
Death
Death Clock, goddammit.
But you couldn't take Death Clock too seriously either.
But let me finish my thought here. But the fact of the matter is there is no denying that they are fantastic musicians. I have watched countless videos that they do what is that live thing they do where they do the cover songs? Help me out here.
Oh,
It's something
it's something on YouTube.
It's a university or
Yeah,
something where they
yeah,
and they go do these live cover tunes of
Carry On My Wayward
pop
Son.
tunes typically.
Yeah.
And they do them in their own fashion, and they're fantastic.
They're good.
They're fantastic.
They're really good. They're fun to listen to.
And Gwar is not going anywhere. In
Well-
fact, they just continue to grow. Aren't they headlining?
They're headlining Van's Warped Tour right now,
Yeah.
which, if you know anything about Van's Warped Tour, the simple fact that Gwar is one of the headliners of this tour is fucking weird. Actually, the video we were just watching
I don't know.
is them
I don't know.
It's one of
On
two
Warped
things.
Tour.
Pretty fucking smart, really.
It's one of two things. Either Gwar's grown to that point, or Van's Warped Tour has dissolved a little bit and they can't get the top talent. But I'm not saying Gwar's not a top talent. As a matter of fact, when I pulled this up earlier and I put it on the screen, Evil walked in while we had it up there, and the first thing he did was start smiling. And I was smiling with him. I was like, we got to go see these guys again.
I'm
No,
ready.
so
I'm ready.
Gwar is very much the most extreme of punk mentality, where we don't give a fuck what you think about how we look or how we sound. We're just gonna do what we do, which makes them actually more in tune with the methodology of Van's Warped Tour, because they're very much more the punk sound, post-hardcore sound.
Sure. Yeah, I get that. But they're not your run-of-the-mill pop
Right.
punk act.
It's a stretch for maybe the lay pop punk fan to think about, like, why the fuck is Gwar headlining
here's the
this?
thing,
But
though.
anybody who thinks about it long enough, who knows the history of Gwar and knows the history of punk, would go, actually, Gwar is a really fucking smart pick for
Well,
that.
the reality of it is that these guys have been out there doing it long enough and working hard enough that they deserve to play whatever the fuck they want to play, in my opinion. And I've gone to see them live, and they are the quintessential live act. You want to go get entertained and hear rock music? Boom.
How
Winner,
many
winner.
times have I said it? When I go to a show,
Entertain me.
entertain me.
I mean, you're gonna get shit splattered on you out of a boob
Well.
or a dick,
Or both.
and you don't have
Or
to
some
have
other orifice.
and you don't have to bring protection. It's okay. It's all pretty much safe.
We always get, and we brought this up before, when we went to see him that first time, and we saw all these kids running around with just a white t-shirt
Plain
on.
white shirts.
Plain white. What,
So
and
everybody wears a
what's
black
this?
shirt to a
Yeah.
show. What? White
Yeah,
shirt?
these are just regular old white t-shirts, and
Now we know why.
yeah, when they
'Cause they're souvenirs.
Yeah, they're getting all drenched in the quote blood coming out of Odorus's dick, which essentially is what happened.
Yeah.
and loving every second of it, and think Rocky Horror Picture Show
Yeah.
as a live metal show,
And a little less gay.
No, a lot less. Well, no, no, little less. But the fanaticism of the fans in the show, and we've talked to our buddy Travis who does Gwarcast, and you can hear the fanaticism just in him for this band. And there's certain bands that carry that.
Dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's fun. It's entertaining. I don't care what anybody says. It's a good time. And if you haven't seen Gwar yet, go check them out. You'll do yourself a favor. You'll giggle. You'll laugh your ass off because they're funny as hell.
They are funny.
But you'll be entertained. And the music's solid, man.
Yeah.
The music's solid.
Yeah.
And it carries itself.
I don't know. The next time they're anywhere close, I'm going and I'm dragging Pope with me. It's just going to happen.
Good on them and good on you, man. Right on.
Yeah.
Good for you, Gwar. We're excited to hear this album.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. Well, speaking of Gwar and blood on your shirts and whatnot, we were checking out the new video for Body Count and Ice-T's gig. Mm-hmm. It's called Here I Go Again. And Butcher and I were sitting there watching it, and the song was whatever, but it's more of him telling a horror story, and the gore on the screen. It was trying to be shocking. It wasn't super shocking, but
this is nothing where
interesting.
playing the song is not going to do it justice.
Yeah, you have it's a visual.
Well, let's do it this way. I'll pull it up, and we'll pull the volume down really low, and you give us a proverbial blow by blow.
Oh.
You
How's
wouldn't
that?
narrate the video as we're going?
Oh,
Why not?
You go to the gay porn site?
No.
In my best dungeon master
Here's what I
ability
was
to narrate
thinking.
shit?
Here's what I was thinking is let's see if we can capture the quintessential YouTube reaction video.
Audio only.
Via audio.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
Shit,
Okay.
this is the first time we've done this,
So
ever.
we're pulling
It's a challenge.
up-
This is completely out of the hat.
just so
All right,
everybody
so
knows.
Roundtable's back, kids.
This is Body Count, and the song's called Here I Go Again. And it's basically Ice-T
with a
dressed
metal band.
like a psycho and covered in blood.
All right.
And telling a story here. So we're going to kind of give
we
you
go.
the honest. We're going to give you the brutal.
It's honestly
blow
a
by
really
blow.
fucking brutal horror story, too.
Yeah, it is.
So
It's
there's
actually
some-
pretty cool. I
some
mean,
newspaper on the window.
yeah. Oh, Ice-T
It
looks.
almost looks like it's an apocalyptic thing.
So what you're hearing this is pretty much the whole song. He looks a little whacked out.
So it's a serial killer who apparently has schizophrenia who just, kills people for fun.
Yeah. And he wears their faces on his.
They haven't gotten there yet.
Well, but that's what happens.
You're spoiling it.
But they can't see, dude. I can't spoil this shit.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah. Yeah. But the song never really changes. It's this all the way through.
See, apparently somebody wakes up and he has a cut and he sews it together himself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull the audio down here, just because of fair use, and we're gonna continue to look at it for just a second. So,
Don't watch this if you have epilepsy. For sure.
Yeah, a lot of flashing lights, a lot of
Yeah.
crazy shit going on. You know what, Ice-T? What can you say? The guy, he's kind of a genius in his own right, because he markets anything and everything. I mean, he's in the craziest commercials out of the blue, and and I love the new Body Count album personally.
It's pretty solid.
I like it.
It's very solid.
Now, I'm not gonna lie and say that every song is a winner for me.
Oh, there he goes, wearing the face.
Was that testicles?
No, it's face.
No.
It was
No,
an
on
old
the table
lady's
next
face
to it.
specifically.
Oh, is that why I was so wrinkly? Okay, explains it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, it's pretty graphic.
Yeah, it's harsh. It's
That's
worth
not even
checking
the
out.
worst part.
No, it gets worse. But it's worth checking out. Like I said, the song itself doesn't really do anything for me, but the visual on the video, Body Count, Here I Go Again. Go check it out. It's entertaining. I got a kick out of it. So
You'll want to watch this video if you're any fan of metal or horror.
We'll put a companion up and we'll put this in there.
speaking of metal and horror,
Oh no.
Five Finger Death Punch. As you know, Moody quit the band or whatever he's doing.
That's not
Who
horror.
knows?
That's just
Okay,
sad.
okay, wait. let him finish. What's up? Go ahead.
So Tommy Vexed,
Yeah.
who was formerly of Westfield Massacre and currently with Bad Wolves,
Which-
has stepped in.
That guy, by the way, he is a talented
Man,
guy.
He's a beast. And anyway, I saw the footage of him with the Five
footage?
Finger. The footage. Well, they were in Germany. There is the footage. And I was impressed. He tears it up like he's a member of that band and has been forever, like he wrote those songs. And he runs that stage. And he sounds great. He fits their vibe. Frankly, I'm more of a Bad Wolves fan than I am a Five Finger fan, but I thought he killed it.
And who can blame you there? I mean, really, I love Five Finger Death Punch. Always have. We've been over that. I don't have a problem with them.
Right.
I get what they've done. But Tommy Vexed and Bad Wolves.
Oh, my God.
That is going to be some... So far, what we've tasted, if that's what the whole pie is like, it's going to be one hell of a good pie.
Well, that makes this move even more genius on his behalf because the exposure he's getting here is going to bleed into Bad
They were
Wolves.
opening for them, right? So,
I
yes,
don't know.
they were.
Maybe they were.
So there was an issue. Let's go back just a little bit to the story here. So
He's done his research.
Ivan Moody, the night that he made the declaration that he was leaving the band,
Right.
was the same night that the band has come back since and said that there was all kinds of human error and conditions beyond their control and things of that nature.
Basically, blah, blah, blah,
Well,
yada, yada, yada.
apparently Ivan hadn't showed up at the venue yet, and they started without him, and they thought he was there, and he wasn't. And how the fuck do you not know your singer's there? I'm sorry, there's a hole in that story. But anyway, they went on, and Tommy Vexed had come out and did the first two songs with him before I even got there because they were the opening act at Bad Wolves.
Right.
And he killed it then. He killed it then.
Right.
And then Ivan said and at this point, I don't even want to talk about whether or not Ivan's quitting and what Five Finger's going to, because here's the thing. Quite honestly, I'm at a point where I started to realize now so many times Ivan's already been successfully replaced that it really doesn't matter if he quits.
Yeah, who was the last one? It wasn't it the
As I Lay Dying?
Yeah, As I Lay Dying singer. Oh man, he was awesome.
Right?
Too.
Is that right?
I think it was As I Lay Dying.
Is that right?
No.
No, it's the fellow that always wears the baseball cap.
The band that does 2 weeks. I'm drawing a blank
That's
here.
All That Remains. That's Phil Labonte.
All That Remains?
Yeah, that's what it was. Phil Labonte filled in. And he was fantastic. And so
he actually sounded like Ivan.
But my point here was Tommy Vexed.
So there's a video
I've
here.
become a huge Tommy Vexed
Is this the
fan.
one from 6 days ago?
This is, yeah. We got some live footage
let's
from
check it
Grass
out.
Pop. This is, I don't know. Oh, no, not fuck this song. No. Don't
No?
use this one. No, this is bullshit. I think there's one up here with them doing
they're
Wash It All
playing
Away.
the song Bleeding, which has like a minute and a half intro into it. Anyway.
Boring.
Okay,
But anyway.
this one?
Yeah, pull that up. That's Wash It All Away. He kills it.
Okay, here we go.
This is one of the few Five Singer songs that I really like.
So we're going to see what this is all about.
My name is Tommy Vexed. I sing for the Bad Wolves in Los Angeles, California. And these guys asked me to come out and help out.
You know, Tommy's an interesting guy, too, because he's like a sobriety coach
History of metal and rock.
in daily life.
Which is just an almost fitting replacement for Ivan.
Yeah, right? That makes sense.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it?
Fuck all that bullshit because it's time to wash it all away.
He's a ball of energy on stage, too.
Let's see those hands in the fucking sky.
He's got a potty mouth, I noticed.
It's a metal band.
Why you gotta have potty mouth?
Man, I really hope that this doesn't turn
Fuck
into
you.
the demise of Bad Wolves, though.
No, I think this is gonna be.
You know what I mean?
This is gonna help launch Bad Wolves. What it's gonna do?
Well, not if he gets this job.
He's not gonna get this job. I think he'd be foolish to run with these guys. I think Bad Wolves is on the incline, big on the incline.
Let's turn this up a little.
Yeah.
He's powerful.
Yeah, no, he fills that spot wonderfully. I like him a lot. So he's a cool dude, man. He's a cool dude. But there's yet another band we need to talk about. Now I'm gonna.
Why do you gotta you creep me out when you do that?
I'm gonna preface this with something first. I'm only bringing this up because I want to share with you the comment that I read under the comment section of I don't know what it's called, the article I read. Okay. So here's the headline, and then I'm going to give you the comment that I read. I thought was brilliant. Lars Ulrich says Metallica very cautiously decided to offer an enhanced experience to their fans on tour. Okay. That was the headline. Here comes the comment that I loved, and I had to share this. Also included with enhanced experience, customized lawsuits, a legal copy of Pro Tools LE, a broken tennis racket, an autographed picture of Cliff Burton rolling over in his grave, and a flash drive with 15 hours Metallica complaining about their pampered lives with their life coach, Philip Towle.
Wait, what?
Wait, is this from The Onion?
No. What is this?
That's not from The Onion?
Are you fucking serious?
That is a Would you like to read that? Read that aloud. I read that. I just giggled because it was spot on.
Lars Ulrich says Metallica very cautiously decided to offer enhanced experiences to fans on tour. Also included with the enhanced experience package, customized lawsuits, a legal copy of Pro Tools LE, a broken tennis racket, an autographed picture of Cliff Burton rolling in his grave, a flash drive with 15 hours of Metallica, complaining about their pampered lives.
So,
with their life coach,
where
Towle.
is this article?
This article, I think, was on Blabbermouth, but I'm not positive. But in the comment section below the article, somebody wrote that in, and I thought it was genius.
So it's a Blabbermouth article with a fucked up comment, not just an Onion article.
No, that comment was not from Blabbermouth. That was from a reader.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah, the comment section sometimes can be the most fun, even if they are fuckhead trolls.
That reader belongs writing for The Onion.
He should be, because that was fantastic, and I had to giggle when I read it.
It was kind of like the Josta comment tonight.
Oh, fuck. It smells like a tap-out shirt got in a fight with Axe body spray or something to that effect.
Something of like, yeah. And I was like, man, poor Josta, you know?
But it was kind of true.
So let's swing this over to something that's dear to your heart. The new Foo Fighters album is supposedly going to feature the biggest pop star in the world. And there's been a lot of speculation on who that might be. They're not saying who it is, because I guess they have a lot of people coming in to collaborate on the new album to some degree.
Which is that's not unlikely, because they did a lot of really cool shit with the last album, because they recorded every song in a different city and brought in someone who was familiar with that city or from that area. And they had debated doing that again.
Right.
And if I had to guess, I would say at this point, it's pretty safe to say that Lady Gaga.
A lot of people are guessing Adele.
Well, that would be a good guess, too.
I have a different one.
So my guess would be Lady Gaga.
That was the first one I thought.
No. Foo Fighters have finally embraced their D&D roots.
Oh, no.
Oh, God damn it. Why? Fuck, dude.
No.
How many times we got to go back to nerdism?
They ventured into the School of Magic and Necromancy, and they're going to resurrect Michael Jackson and have him perform Thriller as a zombie with them.
You know?
I'm the motherfucking dungeon master.
Goddamn right.
You know what? He's actually onto something.
That'd be a much better show than
like the holographic
done
thing.
Something like they did with Elvis with the holograph and a hologram, I guess.
Well, so you say a big pop star, you say a rock collaboration. I say Lady Gaga, only because there's been so much hubbub about her recent deal with Metallica.
Right. And she's
that's
like the biggest out there.
And everybody's still talking about that.
Right.
Still.
But I think Adele might be a little bigger yet. And either one's I'd be interested to hear what they're doing. The biggest pop
star in the world leads me to believe Michael Jackson.
He's no longer the biggest pop star. He's the deadest pop star.
But holograms are a thing.
Yeah. Oh, man. Butcher.
Yeah. You're really fucking dragging it down, man.
If Michael Jackson is...
You're trying.
I should never go
If they perform with the hologram of Michael Jackson, I'll shit
already.
myself on live fucking video.
Wait, what? What?
Say again?
I will shit myself on live video if that happens.
I'm not sure how to respond.
I don't either. I don't know. We're trying to gain viewers and listeners, not scare them away.
Yeah, this is not one of those weird fetish videos where you wear a
there's something else fucked up if that happens. Whatever.
Wow.
I do have something along your lines, though, that came out this week.
Oh, no.
Marvel, I don't know if you saw this. They've mashed up a lot of their superheroes with classic album covers. Did you see those?
You know, actually, I'm the resident nerdist and everything, but I'm not a huge comic book fan.
I am a little surprised to hear that.
We got a guy for that. We got a guy we can bring in. And he
Yeah,
will
but that
tell you-
guy is not me.
No, one of our other videographers and photographers that's part of our crew is a quintessential fucking comic book nerd, man.
I know lots of people who
Yeah.
know way more about comic books, but personally, I know nothing about it because I have not followed it at all.
Well, it's worth a Google because what I saw was pretty interesting. They used Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction with some, because what they've done is they've taken their superheroes and replaced the faces of the classic, members of the bands, or the Baby on Nirvana was used for one, and the Clash, they used Thor for the Clash
is
album
this just,
cover.
are these just standalone pieces of art? Is that what they're doing here?
It looks like it. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. It's kind of neat.
This show loves to embrace the artists and the arts in whatever, rock and metal aspect that they're doing.
What was that? Death Clock. Yeah, their art is really amazing, too. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't take us back to that, Butcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's some cool shit going on with the artists out there these days and the collaborations, and I think that is super cool.
Well, one collaboration that's not going to happen is Otep and the band The Convalescents.
Who?
Otep.
Right.
You know who Otep is?
I know who Otep
I'm not
is.
familiar with
Who's
the Convalescents.
other band.
The band is called The Convalescents. Now that was the number one opening band for them. Okay, they were number one support. They've been touring with her for a couple months now, and they've had the words were they loved the band members that she hired, but working with her was, quote, a nightmare. And what happened is they did a load in for their show, and she said, you guys won't be needed anymore. And cut them loose after they loaded in for a show, because I believe the story was somebody said they bought weed from somebody at a venue, but they made her driver and a kid drive them to a location to buy the weed, and it was a big deal for Otep. I don't know, but it was really odd.
So there was
really
a musician that wanted weed?
Yeah.
That is unfucking heard of. That is unheard of.
And having actually worked in a convalescent home for elderly individuals.
I don't even know that band. I don't know why I feel bad.
It's absolutely fucking insanity to work in one of those. So obviously, if a band is named The Convalescents, you're in for some weird fucking shit.
I am not familiar with their music. I thought the story was interesting because Otep that's what we're hearing about her. Sadly, she had the run-in with the Butcher Babies. Recently.
It makes me a little concerned for some of our friends that we know are opening for them here.
That was another thing. We know some friends opening up for about a week from now.
Yeah.
That supposed to be a pretty big show.
Maybe I need to make a phone call.
Right. Maybe we got to withhold this.
Hey,
till
guys,
after.
just, when
So
you
the
load
question
in,
is,
don't buy weed.
is it really the opening bands that are the problem, or is it Otep?
No, that's what he's
problem?
saying, is that Otep's an asshole. Basically.
The word that's getting around is she's very difficult to work with. Yeah, and that you don't want that stigma attached to you because you're going to have multiple problems getting openers.
I mean,
it's never going to be that
personally,
big a deal,
I've
but-
never heard of a single metal band that smokes pot, so I don't know what the problem is. I don't understand why
well,
everybody's so up in an uproar about why she's so pissed off about
We're at a
this.
level now where we're dealing with more bands than we ever have when we started this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And we're finding that is not a typical musician.
Right? No, very true.
The ones that
Very true.
the ones that we're dealing with from, and let's just put it this way: if it was like a baseball type thing, you got A, AA, AAA.
Right.
We're in the AA. We're all over right there, and occasionally we touch the AAA guys, and we have not had that experience whatsoever, and none of our artists that we've dealt with have. It's not good. That is not cool. That's that whole, and I'm just gonna say it. That's that whole Ivan Moody thing. Like, you're just complicated and a pain in the fucking ass. It doesn't really matter if you're that talented. You're not doing it yourself or anyone any favors.
Well, I mean, even if any of the bands we've talked to do indulge in pot.
But no, I'm not
marijuana,
talking about the fucking pot. I'm talking about being an asshole.
Okay, yeah.
I don't care. I could care less if they smoke pot. Fuck, man. I'll help them grow it. I don't care. What I'm saying is don't be a douche.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
and if that's the case, that's unfortunate because she's got a great product and people love it.
Yeah. Who was it recently? We were talking to Forsaken Few, and he talked about playing with Texas Hippie Coalition and what great guys they were to work with.
And I said, I can't help but ask you,
Mm-hmm.
you know, is Big Dad Rich?
Yes.
Is that really who he is? And he said, that guy is the sweetest, kindest, most gentle, awesome dude. But when he takes that fucking stage, he is every inch of Big Dad Rich, and it's his fucking show.
That's right. And then another band we just spoke to recently was Boundaries, and they just did a gig with D's Nuts. And they said they were like the greatest guys on the planet.
Yeah.
And
I
couldn't
can
wait
believe
to hang
that.
out.
They seem like
they
cool
just come across that
motherfuckers.
way.
Yeah,
right?
they do.
But my point here is you want to deal with people that are going to treat you like a professional, that are going to treat you like you're wanted. We had a run-in with a band recently at a location here locally that tried to big-time us.
Well, and
And it's not the first time it's happened.
No, and they're kind of a quasi super group. They're all guys.
Yeah,
from
they're a
lot
quasi
of-
super group that was playing a bar that nobody had to pay for a ticket, and they couldn't draw 30 fucking people to the bar.
and they couldn't act like decent humans.
Yeah.
and they will never be actually mentioned.
I feel like I
On
know what
this.
band this is.
Yeah, they're blacklisted from this show.
Yeah, absolutely,
You know.
absolutely. So you have the people that are
And what's
great
funny about that,
and fun to work
let's
with.
Let's
and
just
those
go
that
ahead
are
and
not.
we don't have to mention the band's name or nothing. People
Right.
can do the math, whatever. But
Right.
what's funny about that is that we were talking about it. We were talking to people. We're now involved a lot of people that are in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and it got mentioned. And someone said, "How'd that go?" And we said, "Well, these guys, you know, we did this, we did that, but those guys we didn't do much with." And they were like, "Yeah, you want to know why? Because they're." It was negativity. Like everybody that we talked to. Everybody we talked to about that band, though,
Yeah.
same thing. And you know what that's going to do? It's going to squash their ability to go forward,
Yep.
to succeed.
It's too bad because they're fucking good, really good. I don't want to say their name because that's not what
No, they're
we're
great,
all about.
but they're not really very cool humans.
No.
Like 1 of 5 was a decent son bitch.
Let's rephrase that. Most of the guys in that band were actually cool. Most of them.
Yeah.
But it only takes,
One bad apple.
that's right. Spoil the whole batch, man. That's too bad. And you run into that. So getting back to Otep, I love Otep. I love her music. I know a lot of people don't really get into her too much.
Otep is one of those bands that I'm not really huge on. I'm familiar with. I've gave it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Never fell in love with it. I have some people in my life that they know what we do. They know who I am, and they come at me all the time. They're like, you guys should do a show about this. You should talk about that.
Right.
What about this?
Yeah.
And one of these guys is this old school metalhead. And I mean old school. And he's really trying to kind of pick up on more modern stuff, but he's kind of just, some people hit a certain age and they like hit a block. Like they just can't get past like, this is what I'm into, man. And I'm like, well, dude, there's so much good stuff out there that sounds like that, but they just can't, but it's not that. Well, yeah, it's not that. But this guy, for all of that, who can't get into anything else, loves fucking Otep. Now we're talking, he goes back to like old school metal and that's the shit and nothing else matters in the metal world, but he fucking digs Otep, brings it up all the time. Otep's the shit.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, that is really bizarre.
Mhm.
Of all the bands that you could like identify with and dig, Otep.
Huh. Well, I dig her.
For me though, to me that's odd that that's the identifier for that guy. And they are huge. And these bands that we know, they're getting ready to open for them. They're fucking stoked. Because it's a
frankly,
huge draw.
I'm going to be real blunt here. The bands that are opening for her I'd rather see them than her. They're that good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're really good.
But it's just a fucking trippy thing, man.
Yeah.
Maybe the reason all this drama comes out is maybe Otep is afraid that their opening bands are going to sound better than them, so they have to cause all this drama.
Well, then let them smoke the pot.
Yeah.
Maybe she should smoke the pot. Calm her ass down. I don't know.
Maybe she smoked the pot and she got paranoid.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, that's what happens to evil.
Maybe. Yeah.
That's why evil don't smoke the pot.
Yeah. So
That dirty pot.
You'll find evil on fucking bathroom floor. So that's one of them.
Screaming.
Or under a truck in a Kmart parking lot.
Fucking true story, too. Well, guys, I think this has been a pretty good first run at our return to the round table. We hope you enjoyed it, listener. We want you to know how much we appreciate you and all of your support and all the different things that we do. So check it out. If you're listening to the podcast and it's your first time, it's really important that you
Like, rate, and review, and subscribe.
That's so very, very true.
Wow. And you can call us 530-962-041. That was too fast.
A little slow.
Yeah.
530
Too slow.
962-0411.
Very good.
How's that, Dad?
You could call, you could leave us a voicemail, and we will
We'll listen to
potentially,
it.
well, or not. No, we will. And we might use it on this podcast, our show,
possible.
something like that.
It is possible.
We do have fun with our callers. You can also check us out on all the different socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Please come over, give us a like, give us a hi, how you doing, a poke, a nudge, a poke and a wave, whatever you want to do. And, you know, check us out at honestbrutality.com. That's where everything goes, and you can kind of find out our whole universe and everything that's going on, because we do a lot of different things. We help promote events. We have 2 radio shows on Rock Rage Radio, Saturdays and Tuesdays. Check those out. We do Facebook Live videos. We do blogs. We do reviews. So, please.
And this will be the only time I say this in this new batch of Roundtable podcasts. But I do have to say it for old time's sake. And please send all of your dick pics.
Oh, come on.
to
come
Big Sloppy at honestbrutality.com.
You a-hole.
And you can also email us if you have any comments, concerns, or anything else that you'd like to get off your chest. Where, Butcher?
At all of our various monikers, Big Sloppy, Camera Rebel, Evil Irk, The Butcher, all at honestbrutality.com.
In the meantime, be good people, take care of yourselves, and most importantly, do not forget to stay metal!
And I tell you now to stay fucking metal, yeah.
Bro.
That's the best yet. That is the best yet.
That might be the best of all time. That's right there.